Is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right. I've got everything. Time is it? Silence the phone. All that stuff. Let's just turn all that. Let's turn all that over to quiet so that I can see that. I'm not sure if I like that light there or not, but it's a bit late for that. Hey, how's it going? Dog Wolf. Oh, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Not sure if you've been to one of my live streams before. It's kind of rambling talk about the things that are going on in my life, and sometimes I talk about the channel and its direction, where we're going, where I'd like it to go, what I think is best, and I think that that's pretty much what's going on. We'll wait for a little bit to see if we get like a decent enough audience, and see if this unplanned live stream was a good idea or a terrible idea. But we'll see. So, but in the meantime, the three of you, I guess, that are watching, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, and or worries, please put them in the live chat, and I'll try to get to them. Ricky, no, go on. I know. Kat's really interested in the live stream. She never wants to be around unless I'm doing something that I don't need her to be there. But anyway, so the last advertisement I did for one of my videos did fairly well as far as I'm concerned. There's obviously a lot of hate and whatever. And that's okay. People are going to hate what I do, and they're going to not like the idea that I decided to advertise my videos. And they're perfectly entitled to their opinion. They're entitled to their opinion of me and what they think of me. Most of the time, it's people that are just upset that they particularly don't like furries, and because I had the unmitigated gall to advertise my video, and they had to watch it, or they accidentally clicked on it, which I don't know how many times I've seen the comments, I accidentally clicked on this, and then but it was way more than 5, and that's crazy. I don't know how many people could accidentally click on the thing, but all of them seem to not like it, or at least the ones that commented on it. Some people commented on the voice for Spin, and that's okay. Yeah, there's a lot of accidentalies, but that's all right. Like, you don't have to like the voice. No one's going to make you watch the content. I'm certainly not going to make you watch the content, aside from advertising the video, which, well, if you want to get your name out there, that's how you have to do it. Rag, I accidentally clicked on this video, but I'm guessing I'm stuck here now. Yeah, once you accidentally click on a video, you can't actually leave. It's not possible. There's not a way for you to exit. It's insane. Sup, Jax? How's it going? But anyway, as far as like the character's voice and things like that, yeah, I do know that the character's voice can be a bit grating, and like, some people don't like it, and I'm all right with them not liking it. Ultimately, I'd like to do a lot more videos like this, where it's just me and you doing these things, and like the character is cool. It's a neat concept, and I like it. I think it gets a lot of people very excited about the videos, and I think it brings in a lot of views. Maybe the voice is not as good as it could be, and kind of annoying. So I might edit that. I might change that. I might get rid of it entirely. I'm not sure yet. But I do like the type of videos that I do. I think that I like doing the intellectually engaging videos, and I'm happy to talk about furry stuff. And as Dog Wolf said, like the voice isn't actually necessary. It really isn't to get my point across. It actually hurts my voice to do it. So it might not be something that I continue to do. Now, whereas a lot of the people that disliked the videos and things like that, and they had their own personal reasons for that, the biggest thing that I think they had a point on was the voice. And I think personally that just because the character has I guess, an established voice, doesn't necessarily mean that I can't change it. It's the voice is mine, the character is mine. I can do it with it as I please. And pardon me. If that helps you guys engage with the content, it helps you understand the content, and it helps you understand what I'm saying, then this is Troy. Sorry, 1 second. Hey there, just wanted to let you know that when I saw one of your videos months ago, I got really interested in the furry fandom. That's cool. I've met so many interesting people, and I'd just like to thank you. Oh, that's really nice of you. I don't know if you should thank me right now. You might not thank me later. You might. I might be the cause of a great deal of strife and problems in your life. I just want to see more of Switch and Spin. And now here's something I definitely want to tell you about Switch. That character, that whole character arc and things like that, it was cool. But I sent my suit off to get the lighting fixed, and they kind of messed my suit up so that it's literally painful to wear. There's a band around my my arm. It's got an arrow that's supposed to light up. Now, that's a problem because they've made it super tight, and I can't quite wear that for a very long time. It's something that I need to get fixed. So until that gets fixed, I don't know that I can do that kind of, buddy kind of video thing. I would love to do it, but it's just not something I don't think I can do that right now. Let's see. But as far as the, again, going back to the voice, it's not necessary. And if it helps you guys engage in the content a little more, and you guys like that more, then that's what we're going to do. This channel ultimately operates, stop being so swole. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I think that so long as my viewers are engaged in the content, you guys enjoy what I have to say, and it makes you think, then it doesn't matter. I mean, I can, we can wear the boy and, say things and do things, but we don't have to have the really high pitched voice to get that across to you. It's not necessary as a whole. Regardless of why I did it at the time when I gave him that voice, it was just for fun, and I hadn't even really considered making a channel at the time, but that's just what it is. Oh, hey Alpha, how's it going? I'm doing as well as could be expected, to be honest. But in any case, yeah, I'd like to do more of that. Some other news is that I will be moving to Atlanta for about 10 months or so. This is partly to pursue a career in cybersecurity, and it's partly for schooling and all the rest of that. There's a lot there that's going on. I'm pretty excited about the move. I'm actually really, I'm really happy to be making that transition over to Atlanta, and we have a nice place. It's fairly secure, fairly nice. I don't think that we're gonna have any issues or trouble. I know that some places in Atlanta can be a bit of a high crime rate, but I don't think that we're anywhere near there. So yeah, that's good. Plus, it puts me really close to FWA and AWA and a number of other cons, as well as some other things I'd like to do. So that's nice. Hey. Yeah, I know, right? I know. Yeah. You have food though, so like, yeah, you have food. Do you want to say hi? Is that it? Did you want to say hi? All right. Yeah. You say hi? Yeah, Rukia? Yeah. You say hi? All right. Well, you've been outside. You smell bad. Go on. Anyway. Yeah, Gunsmith, Jax is right. Yeah, I'm the dude that did the furry ads. I'm the most hated of all of the advertisers. But for the most part, I mean, like if people have something negative to say about it, I mean that's fine. You can have any opinion of me you want. It's not a big deal. But I'd love to hear what you have to say. So I'll give you some time to type that out. I'm sure it's a litany of hate. But other than that, but yeah, I think that we'll probably be dropping the voice because it is grating and it is upsetting to people. And the one thing I can say about people that didn't like the video, more importantly, than like the people that just like the content, is that if it's hard to hear me, if it's hard to understand me, that I'm not getting my point across. I'm not able to articulate what's necessary for any of the content I'm trying to create or the ideas or conversations I'm trying to spark. It is a bit weird to see me without fursuit. Well, I mean, predominantly, I don't just kind of wear my fursuit around the house just because. I wear it at conventions. I wear it for videos sometimes, and but I like doing it like this a lot. I like doing this kind of thing where I don't have to worry about whether or not I can read my lines through a fursuit and things like that. If what you're here for is the content that I provide and the occasional fact that, like, yeah, I'm a furry and I do these things. I'm engaged in these things. I don't know. I just don't think it matters as much. It really doesn't matter if I'm wearing a suit or I'm not. It really doesn't. I would like to provide better content. Hosher, what do you want? Get the iTVs, just install them in the head. Oh, no, that's not happening. That's expensive as hell. I'm sure that there's some people that actually have those, but I don't. And I'd like more steady content. Me too. I'd like more steady content too. The biggest problem I have right now is keeping on schedule for content. I do have some videos on success. I do have videos that I'd like to look at on I guess on just doing YouTube and from ground up, like how I started and what that means and how that's translated and like the hate I've received, the love I've received, how I've dealt with that, one way or the other. So anyway, but as far as things, where's the nihilism? Well, nihilism is one of those jokes that it gets real old. I mean, how many times can I say that, like, that something is like the inevitable heat death of the universe? Now, that's true. And ultimately, everything you know and everything you love will eventually die. And even when that dies, like the planet is going to die eventually. The sun will expand. It will consume, I think it's like the first 4 planets or something eventually. And then it's going to whimper and die. And eventually go cold, and just like every other star. I mean, there are stars that will eventually I'm not really well versed on this, so I'm going off of basic education on exactly how solar bodies collapse and all the rest of that. So all of those things are true, and as Zeri, I don't know how to say your name. I'm really sorry. I said it's just like you kind of have to live for the people around you. That's true. You should be doing those things. You know, but you should be doing those things instead of worrying about the fact that eventually everything will go cold and dark and it'll be nothingness. That your life is transient. And Tech Priest, inspiring words, we're all going to die. Yeah, I know, right? But it's very much no, actually, I'm not actually sick. But or I don't have COVID or anything. I'm just, I have a bit of a cough, but that's it. But as far as things are concerned with what you do with your life, I guess just try to live it to the best of your enjoyment. But realistically, yeah, it doesn't escape the fact that those things are true. Like eventually everything dies. And I guess the fact that everything dies brings value to life. Some would argue, I guess. Some people would say that it means that everything is meaningless and do whatever you want. I don't think so. I think that you should still try to live a meaningful life. You should still try to impact those around you positively if you can. Some people spend most of their life and most of their days impacting other people's lives in a negative way, mostly on purpose sometimes. And that's okay. They're free to choose that path. Nothing will happen to them at all. Not really, unless they actively hurt someone or threaten someone's life. Nothing's really going to happen to them by just being a dick. And just like nothing really happens to you if you're a good guy, or a girl. Hold on a second. There's a bit of a pop-up. There we go. Nice pop-up right where I couldn't see the chat. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. That's a valid statement. That's a reasonable statement you can make. And so long as it works to your advantage, great. Was it Jax? I take one day at a time. I'm in no rush. And really, that's true too. All of these things are true. So as far as where's the nihilism, it's not like it's gone. There's only so much you can really talk about from a nihilistic point of view. And I have other points of view too. I have socio-political ideas that I like or hate that I'd love to discuss. Now, certain ideas and things like that, you are not free to discuss. You can discuss them just in a arbitrary sense, but if you don't take quote unquote the right way, then you'll be canceled, and that's that. So you have to be very careful about what you say online because it's there forever. And people are more than happy, as I found out, to take anything you say out of context so that they can spin it, twist it, so it suits their narrative and their purpose. Now, that's not uncommon, and I'm not really surprised by that. I'm not really surprised that that most of the people, after I put a video up on an ad, were highly negative, and they hated it, and they hated me. I've been told to kill myself a number of times, but like I care. However, these people have their right to say that. As I have the right to advertise, they have the right to file grievance with that advertisement. They can say that I don't want you to advertise and you're taking up my screen time. And to that, I say that sucks for you. See, that's the problem. Cancel culture is a stupid thing. People are getting done for the smallest things. And yes, they are. They are 100% getting getting trot out and publicly executed socially. Anyway, some people would like to see it very much a real thing, I'm sure. But they're getting trodden out and like executed on this this grandstand so that someone else can have some sort of social merit badge that they can slap on their shoulder and virtue signal. I don't know how many times someone has just blinded me with the number of virtue signals that they have. They've shot at me over the things that they've done. That's amazing. And that's great. If you do good things for people, awesome. If you fight for people's rights, awesome. However, that doesn't mean that you're objectively a good person. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean anything if you're just going to use it to be a dick to everyone around you. Because if you are, then in my mind, it makes you objectively a bad person. It makes you someone that is doing good things only to build up enough social capital so you can spend it harming other people or hating other people or making other people feel bad about themselves for being who they are. And the best way you can bridge the gap, apparently, for these people is not through common ground and through understanding, but through hate and oppression. But, you know, it's basically a do as I say and think as I say, or I'll hurt you sort of attitude. And I dislike it. And I dislike the people that that trot that around as being, well, nothing else has worked, so this is what we're going to do. Like, yeah, but if all you care about doing is alienating a group of people, then what's going to happen is you will radicalize that group of people. And we've seen that. We've seen that happen for both sides. Sounds like authoritarianism. Yes, it really does. It's weird how that's exactly what's happening. But realistically, you know, politics and things like that, you know, I don't know. It just gives me a migraine for the number of people that I've had to listen to, you know, trot out like half-formed opinions that were given to them that they've not put any thought into. But anyway, we'll table that. We'll leave that. There's no real reason. Let's see. What is that? I'm sorry, I don't know what that word is. But I'll have to actually look that up because I don't really know what that is, and I don't know how to say that. And being dyslexic, that's going to really fuck with me. GUA. I'll look it up. Oh, guacamole. Never mind. Yeah, and I can't say that for shit. No. But I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but I appreciate it. I do like guacamole. Let's see, William Lemon. The only thing I hate about this type of mentality is they attack people who will not side with them without evidence. Yeah, that's basically it. Shut up, Hosier. See, he's not even here anymore, and still I have to tell him to shut up. Well, yeah, it is true. People like to shut down people without evidence. Why is every furry streaming at the same time? I don't know. It's not like we planned this shit. Guacamole is mediocre in the vast majority of circumstances. Probably, if you make it wrong, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you make yours, Tech Priest, or if you just buy yours. You know, if you make it yourself, I think it's really good. How are you, Sven? I'm doing really well. How are you? You know, as well as I can be doing. I jumped up a bunch of subscribers. That's nice, I guess. You know, we'll see if that matters in the long run. But you know, I don't know what to tell you, man. I guess if you have to go, if there's another streamer you want to watch, go watch them. It's cool. I'm not gonna hate on you for it. But to go back to William's point, yeah, there are a number of people that love to attack people without evidence, and that kind of ridiculousness. It has just got to stop. If you don't have evidence for what you're saying and you're just blurting out talking points, then like you, if you can explain it to like a small child, like then you probably don't know it. I think someone said that once, is that like you have to be able to explain it to someone. But you know, anyway, those people are going to continue to do that because if you don't like what someone has to say, the best thing for you to do is to shut them down, right? Is not to have a conversation with them, because it's not worth having a conversation with them because they're the enemy, right? That to me is utter, complete garbage. And if you do that, you're kind of a shitty person. And it's also like just, it's intellectually lazy to do that. I don't want to deal with that. So I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to ignore that point. Okay. You can ignore that point, but it doesn't mean that you've won or that you're right. Let's see. I'm pretty good for my birthday. I got Fire Emblem 3. That's pretty cool. It's Fire Emblem 3 houses a off-brand Switch controller. That's kind of neat, so long as it works well. A Nintendo Online Pass. That's cool. I ate a fried fish platter. That's unique. But so long as you enjoyed it, man, that's great. Anyway, so that's basically my views on people that are intellectually lazy and love to shut down people by just yelling over them. You can yell all you want. It doesn't make you right. You being louder doesn't make you more right than the next person. It's you know, but you see it all the time. You see it on like just the extreme points of view, and everyone knows what I'm talking about. I don't have to mention organizations for you to understand who I'm talking about. These organizations just yell and scream at each other, and that's funny from a distance, but ultimately, if we're trying to come together as a country, at least for the US, and really for the world, if we're all trying to come together and understand each other, then we need to be able to sit down and have a dialogue, and we need to be able to be okay with people having opinions that offend us, that upset us, and sit down with those people, have conversations, try to find common ground. Because if you're not doing that, then you're kind of not trying to help anyone. You just want to shout your opinions into thin air. And do you think that yelling at someone is going to change their mind? Like, really? Do you honestly think that you telling somebody, like getting in their face and yelling at them and, referring to them in a very negative connotation, do you think that is going to change their mind? Because if you do, you are significantly wrong. Never once has anyone changed somebody's mind by yelling at their face. Now, all you have done is they may agree with you to get you to go away, but all you have done is create a lifelong hatred for your side, because all you have done is yelled and bullied. So this is not what I planned on talking about. I planned on talking about like, the direction I want to take the channel. And it's kind of this, really. I really want to talk more about these things. And I want to be able to talk to you about YouTube. I want to be able to talk to you about like what I'm doing going forward, and the things I want to talk about, because most of the things I'm talking about when I talk about conspiracy theories, when I talk about just abstract concepts, they really don't require a fursuit. They really do not, because they're not really tangentially. Well, I guess they are tangentially related to the fandom, because part of that comes down to the fandom and the way we view people, the way we interact with people, the way we interact with content creators. So, all of this behind me, like there's lots of furry stuff behind me, and I've got my fursuit. I wear it at conventions. I do those things, and that's cool. But is it necessary for me to is it necessary for me to wear that for you to understand? I guess. Sepher Floof, what's up, peeps? How's it going? How are you? Let's see. What is your is what you're talking about the drama surrounding Visipop? I have no idea who Visipop is, what Visipop is, so maybe. Can you stop the death? I don't know what death you're talking about. So I'm unsure. So you're gonna have to be more specific, BB, if you want me to answer something like that. If you want me to stop some sort of death, I don't know what type of death you're talking about. But in any case, I don't think that's. I don't think it's necessary. Not really for most of the talking points, and for some of the stuff I want to talk about soon. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream for whatever reason you've decided to join. We're just talking about the goal of the channel, or at least that's what I'm trying to get to, but I keep getting sidetracked on social political issues, so you'll forgive me on that. But it is something I'm kind of passionate about, as well as religion and its impact on laws, and like just why we do the things that we do, and things like that. Let's read this. Visipop is an artist who does the show Has Been Hotel. She's been accused of all sorts of terrible stuff like bestiality, racism, art theft, and anything you can think of that's horrible. That sounds pretty terrible. If those accusations are true, I hope she's prosecuted. To the fullest extent of the law. That's pretty messed up. Indeed, I still own some. Okay, that's some stuff. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I'm not primed on that. And if she's done any of those things, I hope that I hope she's prosecuted, especially the bestiality, because that's fucking disgusting. But in any case. Oh, is there more? And all the accusations are baseless, though. It's all misinformation, misinterpreted stuff, and false accusations. Okay, so if it is false accusations, then this person could be being railroaded. Again, I'm not primed on this, and I don't know anything about this. This is the first time I'm hearing about this, or the first time I've heard about it and thought, anything about it. So I don't know anything about that. Now, granted, that's possible. That is indeed possible, that cancel culture has decided that this is their latest target because this person said something that hurt somebody's feelings, and therefore they must be canceled immediately. It would not shock me in the slightest if cancel culture rose as one to slay someone so that they could feel vindicated about themselves. But I don't know anything about this, so I can't say that that's actually happening. I can't say yes or no to that. All I can say is that if they actually did that stuff, then they should be prosecuted, and they deserve what they get. If they did not, then the people responsible for bringing about a lynch mob onto this person should bear some of the, I guess, the consequences for that. It's making false accusations towards somebody else. You should have to bear some of the consequences, especially if all you're trying to do is whip a mob into a frenzy. And we've seen it happen before. We've seen people get railroaded. Okay, you can fill me in later on that. Uh, yeah, I definitely don't want to get involved in drama that I don't have all the information on, because I'm not about to take a side on something that I don't know all the details, because I could be very wrong. And if I'm very wrong on that, I'm not about to jump on someone's side and go, yeah, cancel culture, fuck those guys, or no, it's, VisiPop, they did this thing, like because I don't have any proof. And that's kind of the thing, and I'm not going to jump on somebody, no matter who it is, no matter how many people say that someone's guilty. I'm not going to jump on someone until I know for a fact they actually did that thing. Until I see the evidence for myself, I'm not going to spread that. So yeah, that's my that's my thing. I don't want to be involved in that kind of shit. But anyway, so going forward in the future, I probably won't do a lot of like fursuit videos, just because. When was the last time you talked about Artemis? I don't know. I've talked with Artemis a couple days ago, but like talked about him like in what regard? Like in the regard of like how he helped me start my channel, or like the things that we planned on doing that we didn't get to do because of COVID. Because we had a lot of stuff planned. Like there was a lot planned. I had trips planned over to the UK to go over and see him and like hang out. We had, doing a collab. We talked about doing a collab. It's a lot harder when you're not there. It's a lot of fun to do when when you are. And I would definitely do fursuiting stuff for collab work and things like that, because it just seems like the right thing to do. And not saying I won't fursuit for other videos and things and do videos, but I think we're going to have to find a different voice to do that, because it just seems like a lot of people can't understand what I'm saying anyway, and that kind of defeats the point of presenting an argument if you can. So with all respect due to my character, my channel, and everything else, I'm probably going to have to change Spin's voice, because way too many people can't understand me. Now, if you find it irritating, that's one thing. And, I could either care or not care about that. However, if you can't understand what I'm saying, to the point where I need subtitles and like it's hard to hear me. I have a fairly decent mic, and it is right here. It is, and it's usually pointed directly at my face, and you still can't hear me, then we have a bigger issue. We have we've got a bigger problem, and I'd like to address that, because I want my channel to move forward. I want more people to engage, and that would be great. Let's see. I find it American and thus wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. You find doing a collab American and thus wrong? I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see. If you're doing talks like this and you don't need to have the suit, I know a few suitors who only bring out their suits for skits or special events. And yeah, that's probably what will end up happening, is I will do it for skits and special events, but I don't know that it's necessary when I'm just talking about like an issue or a topic that I need to get the point across. And if I'm not getting that point across to you guys because you can't hear me, then what's the point? Let's see. There's a voice modulator that you can use. Yeah, that's true. Mystic, how's it going, Mystic? I haven't seen you in a while. You don't sound credible when addressing politics when you're wearing a fursuit. And that's another thing that is a problem, is that when I'm addressing a very serious topic and I'm dressed as a Spin or something like that, it can be problematic to try to address certain topics like that, because the credibility seems to go out the window for some people. Now, for furries, they're not going to care, but for the average person who's on the street, or just your regular person, or people that might not even like furries, there's no way for me to bridge that gap, because they're going to see that and they're going to go. They're going to, and realistically, I shouldn't care, but I feel like that if I want to move my channel forward in any real regard and talk about the things I want to talk about, then I'm going to have to save that for skits and special things. Would it matter if furries are your target audience? Well, furries are the principal target audience, but having the ability to have other people in that group is also good. Let's see. Learn from Hayu. Dude got sent stuff from JPL. Jet Propulsion's left. Hayu is a special case. That guy is super smart. Where are you miking on your suit? I've tried miking inside my suit, and I've tried miking here, just on like a lapel or something. For a lapel mic, I've used a number of different setups. I've tried to push that forward a little bit, and it's hard. Let's see. Hey man, really like your video, but I feel like your video was wrong place at the wrong time. It's entirely possible. People are going to hate things that they don't like anyway. I'm probably not going to change anyone's minds about it, really. Not me personally. It's too ingrained in their minds that furry bad. So realistically, it doesn't matter if my target audience goes from furry to a much broader demographic. I would like to bring more people in, obviously. I would love that. I would love for more people to engage in the content, and we have a dialogue and a discussion, and everyone learns. And that's awesome. But I also want to stay true to what got me here in the first place. And that's basically like the base of this channel is furry. And I want to continue talking about the things that affect the furry fandom and the community as a whole. So that's a big thing. Most people do think there is the sin of the universe. And it's Kaya. Plus, it's important to make a good impression on demographics that don't understand or don't like furries. So your plan is really good. Yeah, it generally is. It's not like I'm changing who I am or trying to jump to the other side or something like that. If there even is sides, which is stupid. Oh, well, bye. Thanks for jumping in. Anyway, I would like to see I would like to see more people involved in the fandom. I would like to see more people understand where we're coming from on that, and making a good impression on people is important if I'm talking about a very serious issue, and credibility is important. And if I dress in a way that makes certain people feel like I'm not credible, then that can be a problem. Now, should I listen to them? Should I care? I don't know. That's a very complicated question to answer. But for me, I still am keeping, we're still keeping him. He's not going anywhere. He's really important to me. He's the whole reason that my channel is what it is. As small as the channel is in comparative to other furry YouTubers that are got crazy numbers. This isn't probably ever going to be a channel that gets 2 million subs or something like that. That's probably not going to happen, not unless I start really doing some crazy shit, which is fine. I guess I could, but what's that going to be? Am I going to start exploring and stuff? I mean, maybe we could probably do an exploration part of the channel. We just recently, Ink and I have just recently started doing like river treasure hunting, which is really fun. You go out with metal detectors and things like that, and snorkel gear or scuba gear or whatever you got, and you try to find people's stuff. Usually people lose phones, they lose rings and watches and things like that, and that's crazy and it's super fun to do, and I really enjoy that. Or I could kind of turn things over to the cybersecurity aspect and the things I'm doing with that. The aspects of hacking into a system and doing those things. And of course, all this being legal stuff like try hack me or some other place like that where you have legally set up boxes that are targets for you to hack, and it can be fun to do something like that. And maybe we'll do something like that too. But when I'm addressing something that's not furry in nature, I'm probably going to just do this because it's easier to convey a lot of information. Now, if we're talking about specific events that happened in the furry fandom or something like that, we might start doing more with spin and all the rest of that. I'm probably going to limit the voice a little bit because as I said, it does tear my throat up pretty hard. Anyway, would you consider doing gaming content for your channel as either yourself or one of your characters? That is, if something you would enjoy doing. This is fucking great, dude. Yeah, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy it. But you're well-spoken, intelligent, respectable. I think you have good potential to get some big numbers of subscribers just off that alone. Hopefully, I can. Mostly, it's just me being able to sit up here and bullshit and talk to you guys and not care what happens after. As far as a gaming content, I would love to do gaming content. That would be super fun. I'm not great at it, to be honest. I get really involved with the game and I get focused. So I'd have to practice talking with people, and it would have to be it'd have to be a live thing. It'd have to be a live stream kind of thing. It would have to be like a lot of the stuff I like to play is I play World of Warcraft Classic, and I played since opening night really, and I think I missed out on the Mist of Pandaria expansion because I didn't like it much. I'm happy to play horror games, but I am terrible with horror games because they absolutely scare me to death. I am such a chicken when it comes to that. I am not brave when it comes to horror games. Like jump scares get me so often, and it just I'm sure it's something you guys would enjoy watching me play because watching me suffer is always fun. Most people would enjoy that. But I had thought about that, and that might be something that we do because it's going to be easier content for me to sit down and make than full-on skits. Skits take a lot of time. They take sitting down with a group of people that are much better writers than me and plotting out exactly what that is. Luckily for me, I have some very, very talented people around me that are always willing to help me. I'd like to do some more stuff with collabs with people. I'd love to collab again with Artemis. He's a lot of fun to collab with because we just feed off of each other's energy, and it just there's some stuff that we have to just leave on the cutting room floor because it's just a little bit too much. But we do some stuff together that's amazing, and if it wasn't for, and I want to make sure that this is on record everywhere, if it wasn't for Artemis, I would not have a channel. I would not have any of this. I would never have done this. I would have never started this at all if it wasn't for him. So either thank him or blame him, but he is the one that started me doing this. He was the one who said I have a lot to say and I should say it. So I'm saying it now. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Aside from that, really though, that's the direction of of the channel, we're going to kind of do a little bit more of a broad spectrum and see, of course, always with the eye towards the furry fandom. You know, there's a lot of that I really want to make clear, is that I want you guys to understand that all of this is not going away. I'm still going to be going to conventions when we have them again. And I'm still going to be walking around, you know, being kind of a jackass. So you're always welcome to come up to me. You're always welcome to talk to me. You know, there's no reason to be nervous whatsoever, because I'm no one special. I'm just, you know, some person from, you know, from Tennessee that decided to sit here and talk to you guys on a microphone and express my opinions, my beliefs, my thoughts. And I'm always happy to get questions from you guys. So for the last few minutes of the video, since I've just been rambling about direction of the channel and a lot of other things, if you have any questions, we'll do the last 10 minutes of our hour-long live stream, and maybe a little bit longer depending on if it goes over, for Q&A. So if you have some questions and things, I'll be happy to answer them. If you have any ideas for the channel, anything you'd like to see me do, whatever it happens to be, just put it in the chat, and or if you're watching this later, put it in the comments, and we'll get to it when we can. Okay. So with that said, last 10 minutes or so is all of your guys's. You can do with it as you want, and I will sit here and answer any questions you have. Okay. Sound good? Sounds great. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Yeah, I didn't miss anything. I can kind of scroll back through a little bit on my phone, but it's a little harder to do, just to make sure I haven't like skipped over somebody, which I'm sure I have. I'm sure I've skipped over someone that had some sort of question, comment, concern, or whatever. But you know, I can just go through. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through comments and things, especially comments on my stuff, and most of the comments on my stuff are just, you know, I mean, they're basically what you might expect, and they're, you know, some of them are nice. Some people are like really nice, and other people are like, you know, honest to God, who hurt you? You know, it's just it's an ad, bro. Just click off of it. It's not a big deal. Yeah. But all right, guys, if none of you guys have any questions, comments, or whatever, we might go ahead and end it here, because otherwise I really don't have too much else to say. I could reiterate a lot of the stuff I've said before, but it would just be going over the same old talking points that we have before. But I do have a video that I want to do like this on success, and as regards, and I also have one that I'd like to do kind of like this on YouTube. And YouTube, like how you set things up, how you do things, what to expect, and how to do basically what I'm doing. I mean, it's not difficult, and most people could figure it out by themselves, but it still could make a fun video for someone to watch. So if you like that, awesome. Otherwise, I'm just going to check real quick to make sure I've got everything else done, and then after that, I guess we'll wrap it up. Does that sound good? Yes? No? Doesn't matter? All right, cool. give me a second and I'll get right back with that. I just want to check to make sure I don't have anything I've missed. Okay, guys, I don't think I really missed too much. Just wanted to check back through just to make sure. I don't really want to skip over people, but it does happen from time to time, and I don't like doing that. But I will probably start streaming on Twitch or something for you guys, and you guys can find me at I believe it's Switch 404. So if you want to watch me play games and things, which we might be doing, I think I still have that account active. So just follow Switch 404 and it'll let you know when I'm streaming live and all the rest of that. Aside from that, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. It's been great talking with all of you, answering your questions or getting off on topics of nihilism again, because I do like nihilism. It is a fun topic, but there's only so much you can delve into it. I like talking about religion and politics with you guys. Any questions that you guys have, that's great, and I would love to answer them for you. Aside from that, again, thank you guys so much. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, do the thing, all of that stuff. Share this content with other people. Let's try to grow the channel even larger than it is so that my dominance is supreme. And like always, I'd like to leave you guys with some words to think about. I am not what happens to me. I am what I choose to become. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you later. Okay?